Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Breaking news, everybody. I think that this is the green light that crypto has been waiting for, because we just had the Fed meeting a few moments ago, and the chairman, Jerome Powell, he was actually coming out very much fully in support of crypto. What really was interesting was the way the question was posed by the reporter, who was asking, like, don't you think it's risky, this and that? And he was like, we think that the banks are able to serve customers as long as they manage the risk. I mean, this was really one of the most bullish answers that crypto could ever get. And we saw even BTC going up as high as 104K. Really, let's just go ahead and tie it back to the JASMY price chart here, because I'm very much sure that that is the reason why you tuned in for this video. So let's take a look at the JASMY price chart once again on the daily time frame. But what we can see is that the general market conditions here are looking pretty much way better than it was, the last 2 days or so. Everything is pretty much in the green right now, with the Fed meeting being the catalyst. But having been in this market for quite some time, I've also realized that the volatility around the Fed meeting can even go beyond the day of the Fed meeting. So up until Friday or something like that, we can still expect some kind of volatility. And I would say that maybe it's not much of a great idea to celebrate too quickly here. But let me show you some of the ideas that I have here on the JASMY price chart. We have been looking at the 200 daily moving average for support levels. Unfortunately, that was not holding as support levels. Now the JASMY price chart is back at the 200 daily moving average, but now it's now acting as a resistance level. So I think rather sooner than later, JASMY has to break above that 200 daily moving average, because if we still remain below it, that's not going to be too much of a good situation. But on a more positive note, we still think that we have got a very much strong support level here by just looking at where most of the traffic is. So I would say here right around 2.2 cents is a major support level for JASMY. But let's see if that is going to be holding. Really, I think most of us have got PTSD with the JASMY price out of late, because it really has been showing much of weakness. But I have something very much positive that I've realized. I was looking at this yesterday or the day before, and I was realizing that, ever since we began this rally back in October 2023 for JASMY, going up at some point above a 20x, we have seen that when JASMY is consolidating, like moments like these, that is also when this RSI has been bottoming right around 30. So I'll show you a few more examples so that you get a clear picture of what I'm talking about. And you can see the same thing right here with this consolidation too. Even the one that we had until November, like last year, we were also pretty much seeing the RSI getting back to that level. So yesterday I was saying that we are now approaching that level, and we really dipped towards that 30 mark on the RSI. And was this going to be acting as a support level? Really, it really remains to be seen. And a lot of things are actually saying that we are towards the very end of this bull cycle. And usually this is where the most excitement is. It's not going to be lasting very long, maybe something like 2-3 months or anything in that line. And we're going to be seeing like very crazy price action. This is the dominance chart of BTC. And we can see we've gotten again to that point where the parabolic stage happens. But altcoins are going to be outshining Bitcoin. This is what this is talking about. So you can see back here, this is the 2017 cycle. This here is the 2021 cycle, and the 2025 cycle that we are in right at this point. So I think the best is yet to come. Obviously at this point it really doesn't feel like that, but even if we take a look at the JASMY BTC pair, you can also see that there has been this major accumulation pattern that has been happening over the last few years or so. Usually you have a pump that shows up right there, either into a retracement level or getting higher into new all-time high. So this is somewhere right around a 900% for JASMY against Bitcoin. I know a lot of people will not believe that, but this is how charts like these have always worked. Let me just show you an example of a chart like that. But before we do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do TA on JASMY and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. So this is the Cardano chart, and you can see that it's a depressing chart up until it's no longer a depressing chart, right? So this is the same thing that we are seeing here with JASMY, for example, against BTC, that you have got a drop, a flattening out, and then of course you are looking to have that retracement level. If everything really goes, I mean too crazy, we'll be expecting JASMY to go and set a new all-time high against BTC. Really, I consider this to be a remote situation. I think the best that JASMY can do right at this point against BTC is right around a 9x, and then against the dollar, of course, we are looking at a 15x or 20x in that range, right? So my price target for JASMY long term, I'm looking at right around 23 cents, 54 cents as the best price target, but I would also think that maybe I would consider selling a bit right around 32 cents here for JASMY. So I'm still very much bullish here on JASMY. Immediate short term, a lot of things have to do with the macro, actually, the stock market, the Nasdaqs, and all the bigger players like the Fed and stuff like that. So JASMY really doesn't have a say much into what is happening, but we'll be monitoring to see if we're holding, number one, the 200 daily moving average, and of course also looking at this RSI to see if we're going to be supported eventually. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then of course, if you want to be trading with me one-on-one, feel free to join our private Discord group. You can join via Patreon. The link will be down there in the description or maybe the comments. See you. Bye-bye.